getting out of trouble.
Yeah, I think, sometimes you just, I don't know if it's luck or good timing of when the guy gets on, you never want a 2-out walk, but, 2-out hit or whatever, you kind of limit that, instead of, the leadoff guy. I think I kept him off most of the time, but, I was pleased with it, kind of nitpicking, but kind of the 3 walks there, felt really good. I know I could have went in the 7th, but the 3 walks kind of got the pitch count up, and so kind of cost me there. And I'd like to, stay out of the bullpen there just to kind of give those guys some more time. So since we got so many in a row, but overall, I was pleased with it.
What have you been most pleased about personally your start to the season so far?
I think, talking about the walks there, but I think even though I walk the guys, I'm still, making people make decisions early. And so even though, I have the walk, a couple of the, first pitch outs have kind of allowed me to continue going deeper into games.
But just to think, you keep being asked, are you better than you were in 2023? But just even from an ERA perspective, it's so similar right here. And do you feel like you're on that road where you feel like for 6 months you can be the guy you want to be now?
To answer your question, yes, but you don't really know. So much happens and so many things change. Kind of sounds cliche, but I'm literally trying to take it one start at a time. But at the same time, yeah, I think, in 23, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was just like throwing it in there, and they were hitting it in the ground, and I'd strike out a guy here and there, and I kind of eased my way through lineups. And I look back on that, and like I thought, especially last year when I was struggling, I'd look at video, and I thought I was, painting corners and everything. I'd go back and watch. No, I wasn't. I was just going at guys and challenging guys, and it was working out. So looking at that now, it's like I think I said this the other day, but I'm much more complete. I think so. However that fares for the next, I guess this was my 7th start. However many starts I make this year, I don't know, but I do know that I have more weapons, and even when something's bad, I can go to a different pitch, and so I think I'm much more complete. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm just kind of worried about the next one.
Bryce, you've been part of some really good teams here. You look at the April that you guys just had. How encouraged are you just across the board? I don't know what happened in the bullpen today, but the bullpen's been so good. All you guys, the offense, like, does this feel pretty much as well-rounded as you guys have been in a bit?
Yeah, I think so. I think, we, for a while there, especially in 23, it was like we just out-homered everybody. When you needed a homer hit, we would hit homer. But I think this year it's been much more, we have the homers, but we have the situational hitting too. And I know that helps from the success of the bottom part of the lineup. But I think that's important. That's what you got to have to win close games. And I just feel like we're playing just a better brand of baseball. We're being more aggressive on the base pass. Yeah, does that come with getting picked off and thrown out sometimes? Absolutely. But I'm a pitcher, and I know that it's like playing the Marlins. Get a guy on first, they'll get thrown out in second. They don't care, but they're trying to get to second. So just applying that pressure of trying to get to second, keeping guys in scoring position at all times. So when we do get the knock or the homer, it's more people on base. And then I don't know. I just think our intent's good this year. We're focusing on the right things, and we're worried about playing good baseball rather than just trying to roll out of bed and beat people.
And how does walk play a part in that?
I think it's big. Obviously, some people, just view it as a change of scenery. But kind of, I don't know, it's part Walt and part kind of other, pieces on the staff that I don't know if Walt frees them up to be aggressive and do different things. But the big deal to me is the base running. We're trying to get the extra base. And, like I said, that comes with a little bit of risk, but applying that pressure is very important. So it's been fun to watch.
Speaking of Walt, what has he meant to the ball club?
I mean a lot. He's in every pitch. When he comes out to the mound, I really feel like, whether I pitch good or I pitch bad, he was in it with me. And so, I think it's been great, and I think he's done a heck of a job. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it.
It seems like in the last few years, you've kind of been the guy on standby. When needed, you'll pitch, and there were probably times where you got sent down when you were pitching well enough to stick around. Walt's talked a lot about prioritizing your desire to go on normal rest. I mean, how much easier does that make your life, and is that validating about the work you put in?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day, I've always liked 5 days, it's just never pitched good enough to get it. So this year I'm pitching good enough and they've let me do it. So yeah, I really appreciate it, and like I said, you know, when I'm throwing the ball well, they'll give me the opportunity, so very appreciative of that, and look forward to keep it going.
Thanks, Bryce.